So these are the different widgets that are there, and it's pretty much simple. When you click on any of those widgets, you will be driven through a step-by-step process to create those widgets. Now for this particular lesson, I'll be adding one widget from this particular section, because this section also has a second step. So you also need to add this widget to your website. So I'm taking the example from this section because it's more lengthy in process, and you'll be able to learn a lot of things in this whole process. So I want to show my users a particular kind of pop-up, so maybe a Facebook model pop-up. I'll click on this Facebook model, and I'll have the option to create this widget further. So right now I'm customizing this widget. So here is a preview of how that widget would look like in my website. So I can hover over the text and type in my text over here. So text, and then you can have a quick description over here. So you can simply type in the description. You are getting the idea, right? I'm not creating a full-blown pop-up over here just for the sake of time. So for the interest of time, I'm just quickly running through the concepts of creating a widget in ManyChat. So I'll go for a simplified process, send to Messenger. I can change the background color over here. So the background color is white right now. I can change it to any other color. And then I have the option to change the color of the button size, and this is interesting, button text. So what kind of text best describes the offer or the bait that you're putting out in this pop-up? So here I want to put something like, do you want a free do you want to try out one of our courses for free? And then I can put a button over here, and that button shall say like get started or something like that. So I want to show this message, get started. So someone would be intrigued to get started with this free course. And also I have the option to add up new images. So maybe if I have a banner for that free course, or a quick visual graphics for whatever I'm offering, I can add that image over here. And then you have the most interesting feature over here. When does it display? Now this is critical. You need to understand the concept behind this. So there are 5 options. So one is immediately. Now what happens here is the widget appears immediately as soon as someone lands up on your website. Now what is the problem with this feature? Look at a scenario where your audience is on your website. They visited your website to get to know you, and before they are able to read about you, you are just blocking the whole screen with this pop-up, and you are saying, hey, you don't have to read my website, just simply land up on my Facebook Messenger. Now a lot of people might not be comfortable. They are here to know about you, they are here to explore your website, and you are just interrupting them. So this is not really a very good idea. I don't really recommend this immediately option over here, because you shall not interrupt your users. Let them explore your website, and after a certain point, maybe you can throw in your pop-up and say, hey, you have already explored the website, and now maybe let's chat and explore further. You also have the option for exit intent. Now this is the most interesting and most useful feature that you have in this section. Exit intent. Whenever someone is done with your website and they want to close your website, so they are just moving their mouse towards the close button of the tab, and during that time the pop-up comes up. So exit intent, whenever someone is trying to close your tab, close your website, you're popping up this message. So before they leave, you can just show them this pop-up, hey, you are leaving, maybe you can also check out this offer that we are having, or something like that. So exit intent pop-up. Percentage scrolled. So whenever someone scrolls for a certain section of your web page, so maybe I have scrolled 30% of the website, and then this pop-up is coming up. So this is again strategic. You need to think about why and when shall I pop up my message. When scrolling to a particular element, so maybe you want to show this message to people who have scrolled till the footer of the web page or till a particular section of the web page. And you also have an option for seconds have passed. So after how many seconds this pop-up shall come up. Again, this is one more option which does not make much sense, because it might happen that a user has already completed scanning through your website within the first 5 seconds and they have left your website. So you are losing out on all those people who are leaving earlier than this specified time. So it's better to target users based on their scroll behavior, and also based on their exit intent. My favorite, exit intent, because whenever someone is leaving, I want to stop them and make them get into my inbox and turn them into a lead. And then you can select next. But before that, one critical thing that I have missed, naming the tool. Now this naming is very important because after using ManyChat for a few days, you'll have multiple widgets, and that is a time when you will get confused about which widget is for what. So pop-up, exit, intent. And then there are certain other options. Submitted state. So whenever someone submits, that is, they click on the call to action button, what is the message that you want to show to them? So from here you can just customize it. Opt-in actions. So whenever someone opts in, what exactly happens? And here is, you need to edit it. So we'll come to it. And setup. How do we add it to our website? So opt-in actions is something that you need to set up right now. So click on edit, confirm, and then you have the option to select what happens when someone clicks on that button. So in the modal, that is in the pop-up, whenever someone clicks on that particular call to action button, they land up on this message. So then they land up on my Facebook Messenger, and the first message that they get is welcome, their name, and then thank you for subscribing, the next post is coming soon, stay tuned, or whatever I'm promising, I can share it with them. So if you want to edit it, double click and you'll have the pop-up over here, and in this section you can simply add buttons and create the communication flow, same as what we explored in the last video. So in case you want to explore this, just look at the last video where we have built the automated chat options, the flow of the messages. So very simple, similar kind of interface, the same features, the same functions to add and create the communication flow. So you can create a communication flow, and right now maybe here you can add 3 buttons that, hey, you are interested, tell me more, something like that, contact us, and then you can link it to a flow of communications thereafter. So yeah, that is how it is. Pretty simple. And once you are done with this, publish. So right now it is published, but we haven't added it in our website. So this is the time when we add it to our website. So I'll go back to my growth tools. I'll click on this growth tool named pop exit intent, and I'll get into setup. Under setup, I'll have the option for installing the JavaScript. I'll click on install JavaScript. I'll have to put in the name of my website, so I'll just copy the web page name. I'll get back to my ManyChat account and click on add. So right now what I'm doing is I'm adding my website to ManyChat, and then next. So right now I have the code. Place it in the head section of your website. So I'll copy the code, finish. I'll get back to my website. I'll get to my website dashboard, and if you're following my videos on web design or WordPress website design, you might be knowing that I use an additional plugin, an external plugin, to embed all my external codes. So I'll simply get into that plugin. So settings, insert header and footer plugin that I'm using for all additional codes. I click on that button over there, and here the code for Twitter and Facebook and Google, all those additional tags are there. Right now I'll add one more tag, and that would be for the ManyChat. So this is the ManyChat tag that I have just added, and I'll save it. So as you save it, this setup is done. Now interestingly, you can also try to put in all those web pages where you don't want this pop-up to appear. So in case you want some pages of your website to be free from this pop-up, you can simply add it over here. In case you want to show different kind of pop-up in different pages, so maybe in case of a page for product A, and there is also one more page for product B. So in both those pages, different types of products, so you want to show different types of pop-up, different types of offer. In that case, you can simply add that the page on which you want to show it. So only show on a particular page. So if you want to show this pop-up in only one particular page, or in few of the pages, maybe 2 or 3 pages of your website, so you can mention all those web pages over here. So this pop-up won't show up across all the web pages, but in only those few web pages which you mentioned over here. And you can have a quick preview and click on activate and check. So yeah, that's all from this section of growth tools. Now, once someone subscribes, how do you get to know that? Once someone clicks on that particular button and subscribes, you will be able to get their information in this dashboard. And the next step to this is to broadcast it to all those people. In case you want to broadcast a particular offer, a particular message to all those people, how do you do it? Now, this is something that comes under broadcasting. We'll cover this in the next video. So yeah, that's all from this video, from how to use the lead generating tools or how to create lead generating widgets in ManyChat. That is available under the growth tools section in your ManyChat account. So we've already created a widget and deployed it in our website. Now, if you have any questions from this video, you can just drop your questions in the chat box or in the comment section below. And in the next video, I'll be starting with broadcasting. Now, this is a very next step. Once you have the subscribers, how do you monetize or how do you nurture those leads? So that's by the broadcasting feature. So in the next video, let's explore broadcasting. Thank you so much.